So fingers crossed.
The extra wind muff looks a little bit silly.
So of course, the windproof mic is now sitting there. So this is the ultimate test now, because it happened to be a very windy day that these arrived. So fingers crossed, the extra long lead that I've got out allows me to extend the arm correctly, but should allow me to keep the microphone still attached to me because it's nicely on the clip, as you can probably tell, on my jumper. I think you can tell how windy it is today. But I'll tell you what, I love this tunnel. This tunnel of leaves and trees either side in the woods is probably one of my favourite things. And yes, I'm on a long dog walk, which happens to be because, of course, well, I just haven't been out today. I've been waiting on Amazon to deliver this microphone because I knew how windy it was. So hopefully this microphone has now done the trick and made the production quality of these videos a lot better. I also have a head mount for the GoPro, which I also have a dog mount, which is on the dog, but I tried it and this is what it looks like. Didn't look great. Well, I'm not entirely sure what you guys can see, whether you can see how dark the clouds look over, well, the local town, and how bright it looks this side. Like, in all honesty, this place is a brilliant place to come. They have the Lincolnshire Road Memorial sign, which it turns out my landlord has someone there on the memorial that, of course, died due to a road accident, which makes you think whether, you know, your actions on the roads really mean something even closer to home than you may think. Be careful out there, guys. Now, of course, there is one thing that I've got to make sure when I'm using this, you know, lav mic, that I've got to make sure it's in the right position, because otherwise I think the microphone levels may be a little bit too high because it's very close to me. But then again, it does stop all the noise of the wind, which it's very windy, which thankfully you can't hear. I'll tell you what, I'm going to record without the mic right this second, without the wind muff that's here, so you can hear it, and then I'm going to put it back on so you can enjoy the rest of the vlog. And this is what it sounds like. There's the gust of wind without, you know, the lav mic on. Now, some of you may be thinking I'm complete and utterly, well, crazy, mainly because I'm wearing a jumper in really hot weather. It's actually got really hot today. I think it's about 20 degrees Celsius because, you know, I'm British. And having that whole experience of, you know, 20-degree weather and needing a jumper, the only reason why I've got it is because I've got it for, you know, carrying all the phone equipment, the camera equipment, and all the other spare cameras that I bring with me, as well as poo bags and everything else. Makes a lot more sense. I want to kind of go with you, and I'm talking to Mountain and Monkey in regards to my vlogging setup that I've got right here. I've laid it out all in front of me. The only thing that's different is, of course, the lav mic, which I'm not using right this second. I'm using my normal streaming setup that I've got here. So this here is my first camera. This is the, well, it's not my first ever vlog camera. My first ever vlog camera is the Samsung NX1100. And this is a different one. Basically, it's just a quick Samsung point and shoot camera that you normally just take pictures. This is how I able to get those zoom shots, because it's the only one that can zoom nice and safely. And, well, it's much quicker than, you know, the phone. Phone, you have to pinch and zoom, and if you're trying to hold the phone at the same time, it's difficult in itself. The next thing I have is the 4K action camera, which is this one here. It looks like a GoPro. It doesn't look too bad. It basically records all the footage. So whenever you see, like, I'm holding out, if it looks really wide, this most likely it's come from this camera. That's where that's come from, because that's got the fisheye lens. Then I've got another one, which is my very first one of those, which was even cheaper. This is one that I bought from Amazon, and it's okay. It's not great. I will put some clip up here. So here's my hand going onto footage. I'm gonna, do that. And of course, that's already gone down in battery. It's not had much charge anyway, so that's probably why on that one. But the footage on this isn't great, and the controls are not great, and it looks a little bit cheap and cheerful. But in all honesty, cheap and cheerful sometimes does the best things. Other vlog camera, which is of course my phone, which I normally use the back-facing camera, or the front-facing camera, which is where I of course do some of the other shots. You won't normally be able to tell, because when I finally upload the video, I've usually scaled to the right frame size, so it all looks great. There's a couple of clips in recent vlogs that hasn't happened. The action camera I bought from Aldi, and I believe it was about £30. Saves, £400 for a GoPro. So this here is of course a head mount, which this has been made famous, and I'm not joking, by one person and one person only. Have you seen the person on TikTok that has got a camera pointing down towards his face? I'm going to be using this for another vlog in the future, which is where I point directly out from my head, going outwards to see what I see throughout the day, and then cutting that down later on. That's really what I want to do with that one. So that's the difference for this type of mount there. The next mount, I have another one, which of course is another body mount, and that is this. It's a chest mount. Basically, clip it over yourself. You have a clip that goes around you if you want to put it around. Goes around, it just attaches to the chest, and of course you're able to record directly outwards, and that just gets it out, so that way you've got a better way of that one. That's that mount. And then I have a couple of extra mounts and fixture and fittings for the action cameras, because of course the action cameras needs tons of fittings. This thing here, which is my LED light, so when I'm recording some footage towards me and I want good lighting, of course I would use this light. This is probably not the brightness I would use it on. I think the main brightness I use it on is like the dimmest light, but it gives that nice glow. So in regards to tripods, I use the same one that I use for the ring light, which I use for the streaming, so I can use that if I'm going out and I know for a fact I'm going to do a sit down vlog or talk from a distance. I also have a SD card reader, which is this one here. It's one that I just recently bought. I have two main tripods which I'm going to use, which are these ones here. These are the handheld ones that I use, and that just gives me, the freedom to go about and use these. This is the one that I use on a day-to-day basis, mainly because this is the most one that fits the phone and stuff. Of course, I can fit the action cameras to these as well, and this is the one that sits down at desk level rather than, directly ahead. The other one that I use is this one here, which is another one which of course is more grippy. It's got grippiness onto the whole of the legs, and this of course is bendy, so I can wrap it round fence posts and everything else to get these shots. And that is the main thing that I use for my vlogs. The only of course other thing that I have with me is of course my battery power bank, which is this one here. This is a solar power battery power bank. This will last approximately 4 days on a full charge, which it now currently is. I've just charged it, it's full charge. It will last approximately 4 days of basically every nightly use of recharging my phone up. If I want to charge my phone up while I was on holiday, I use this. I never plugged it into the walls mains for that whole entire time, because this is the one thing that I use to charge my phone. And that's basically my gear for when I'm going out vlogging. And the daily task of feeding the dogs is definitely required. So one of the things I'm going to try and do whenever I'm walking about or doing any of my vlogs is try and keep the lavalier mic always attached to me and just put it into a pocket or something when I'm not using it. And the reason for that is because I kind of want the consistent audio profile to be across the whole thing. And hopefully this microphone has done wonders in regards to going out to the dog walk that I did earlier. Did you guys see me on Twitch? Because I'll tell you what, it's quite fun. It's currently very late at night. It's about 11 o'clock at night, hence the reason for no microphone or anything else like that. I've just been streaming Among Us with the Wolven Galaxy group. That was a really fun stream. We had a lot of people join us. If you did join us, really is appreciated. Welcome in, and also welcome into the community of the Wolven Galaxy fans. I'm just letting the dogs out to do their final wheeze, and then it's off to bed. If you guys have enjoyed today's video, click the like button, click the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Peace out.